Hello, my dear students. I am sure that you are also fighting against COVID-19 by staying at home. Now, I am going to discuss about a typical topics, which is climate of India. Climate of India. First of all, you have to differentiate between the two terms between weather and climate. What do you mean by weather? First of all, I am going to define the term weather. Weather is nothing but the average condition of the atmospheric elements at a certain place at a certain time. Suppose these elements are atmospheric elements. Suppose this area is X. Time (12:30 p.m.). X area, a certain area, time 12:30 p.m. At this time, the condition of sun rays, that means incoming solar radiation, that means temperature, precipitation, pressure, atmospheric pressure, and wind. These are the atmospheric elements. The average condition of a particular place at a certain time is known as weather. Now, I would like to define each of them. Suppose this is your incoming solar radiation. Incoming solar radiation gets absorbed by the Earth's surface as a black body. Any black substances receives all the incoming solar radiation. They get absorbed, and according to the meteorologist, the absorbed temperature gets radiated back to space by means of long wave. But incoming solar radiation reaches the Earth by means of short wave. What do you mean by short wave? This is your short wave. This is your short wave. This is your long wave. Wavelength, what do you mean by wavelength? Wavelength means this crest to crest. Crest to crest distance is known as wavelength. Wavelength. Short wave radiation that comes to the Earth has the wavelength of 0.4 mu. 0.4 mu. 1 mu is equal to 10 to the power minus 6 meter. So, this wavelength of the short wave is so small that it cannot be visible without any aid. This incoming solar radiation gets absorbed by the Earth's surface. Suppose this is your Earth's surface, and the Earth's surface itself gets heated, but with a variable rate. Mind that. Everywhere on the Earth's surface do not receive the same amount of incoming solar radiation because of its variable density, and so many other reasons are there behind it. Temperature. Next, precipitation. You should have some idea about this precipitation. What do you mean by precipitation? Precipitation means release of moisture after condensation at any state. That means release of moisture after condensation. What do you mean by condensation? Condensation is a process in which water vapor present in the atmosphere gets into water droplets or ice crystal. That is called condensation. Water droplets. That means water vapor turns into water vapor turns into water droplets. This process is known as condensation. Suppose rainfall, one kind of precipitation, snowfall, precipitation, and frost, precipitation, another. Next point, pressure, atmospheric pressure. You know, all the atmospheric layers are arranged according to their specific density of the elements or gaseous mass, different gaseous masses. So, atmospheric pressure doesn't remain same everywhere. These are the isobars used to show the pressure cell. So atmospheric pressure and its variation is also responsible for the wind and for the storm. Next, wind. Wind, horizontal movement of air from one place to another is known as wind. This is your wind. All this condition of a particular place at a certain time is known as weather of that very area or that very station. Okay. Next, the average condition of weather of an extended period of 30 years is known as climate. This is your climate. The average condition of the weather elements for the long extended period of 30 years is known as climate. This is climate and this is weather. Weather, what are the differences between weather and climate? Weather is a temporal phenomenon, but climate is eternal. It doesn't change certainly. And so many reasons are there to change, and it will take a long period of time to be changed. On the other hand, the weather condition changes from one moment to another moment. Within the change of any moment, weather condition may change. Now, let us see. First element is temperature. Temperature is called the dominant climate controlling factor. Why do we call it so? Temperature. First of all, incoming solar radiation is received by the Earth's surface, but it varies in angular position. T. This incoming solar radiation makes an angle of 90 degrees. On the other hand, S. This incoming solar radiation makes an angle of suppose 30 degrees with respect to the horizontal plane. This is your horizontal plane and this is your incoming solar radiation, vertical incoming solar radiation and slanting incoming solar radiation. Where there is any vertical incoming solar radiation, the thermal effect of this vertical incoming solar radiation is much more than that of the slanting rays. Whenever the incoming solar radiation received by the Earth's surface at a lower angle, then the thermal effect is lower than that of the vertical incoming solar radiation. So temperature changes from one place to another. Next, altitude. This altitude you know, from the ocean surface with respect to the mean sea level, with the increasing elevation or altitude, temperature decreases at a certain rate of 6.4 degrees C per 1000 meter of ascent. So, if you move upward, if you ascend through mountainous and plateau areas, then the temperature gradually decreases. This is the rate of decrease of 6.4 degrees C per 1000 meter of height.